Hi, I'm Ed Finn and welcome to Ed Finn's America. In this program, I'm in the Garden State of New Jersey.
Landing in Newark, New Jersey, the Manhattan skyline is something else. The Garden State boasts the best view of the Big Apple, but offers so much more. First, we head inland to Sussex County and home to Crystal Springs. This resort stands on the edge of the Appalachian Mountains, and I didn't expect to find a place like this in New Jersey. It's the largest golf resort in the Northeast, with 6 top-rated golf courses, 3 pool complexes, 2 spas, and everything in between, from goat yoga to axe throwing, and all included in your stay.
So good to meet you, man.
Indeed,
I've heard a lot about you. You're a bit of a legend in these parts. I've never been to Sussex County before. New Jersey is constantly full of surprises for me.
We are New York's garden because we are so close to New York City.
Yeah, I mean, 45 minutes.
45 minutes from the George Washington Bridge. I mean, I drive fast.
Amazing.
I don't drive as fast as you all do on those backcountry roads in Ireland, but I've experienced that.
I mean, you have these fantastic, call it barbecue in Ireland, you call it cookouts, and I do like a little wine as well, and I believe you have something very special here.
We have one of the best wine cellars in the world, and I'd love to show it to you.
Okay, you can twist my arm.
All right, let's have it.
This is home to the world-renowned Mulvihill wine cellar that even featured in the sitcom Frasier, with the brothers scheming to get into its catacombs, which house over 50,000 bottles of exceptional Bordeaux.
I like to talk a lot, but honestly, a picture's worth 1,000 words, and here's 1,000,000, right?
That is incredible.
Yeah. Seeing is
What the
believing.
most beautiful, lush, green country. New Jersey and yourself, full of surprises.
Yes.
Thanks
indeed,
a million, Chris,
indeed.
for the most fabulous day.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, indeed, indeed.
Imagine that you can enjoy all of this 45 minutes from New York in New Jersey's Sussex County. Cheers.
It was hard to leave a wine lover's paradise, with virtually all the collection on the wine list available to order by guests. However, adventure awaited. Not for the faint-hearted, Treescape Aerial Adventure Park offered a thrilling zip line and obstacle course in the treetops.
We'll get you up onto our limestone course.
Great.
It's one of our green courses. It's an intermediate, so it's not the easiest, but it's also not going to be the hardest.
Yeah.
It's probably one of our, I would say, fan favorite courses, right? Everybody who comes here, if they don't do one of the hardest courses and have that as their favorite, limestone is probably the one that they enjoy the most.
And I mean, when you come here, people spend typically about 3 hours, isn't it?
Correct.
Because it's amazing. Like when you're looking, you're up in nature. It's like you're one with the trees. It's beautiful.
Yeah, you kind of disappear in there, and it changes with the seasons too. So you can imagine that right now it's all lush and green, but in the fall, when everything changes colors and it's a totally different
Stunning.
feeling.
Yeah.
Come on over here. We'll get you hooked up and climbing up the stairs. Yep.
Just walking across. Okay, great stuff.
Hey, you got it.
No problem.
All right.
I'm in Robert De Niro job here, okay? One take.
Okay, I'm ready for you.
Okay. Alrighty, yeah? Okay. Woo!
There you go.
Yay!
Oh, we got you.
Pretty thrilling.
Good.
I loved it. Good man. Thanks,
Good.
John.
All right, well, we'll keep going.
Oh my God, I'm actually walking the tightrope. I'm going to fall here.
You won't go anywhere. You won't fall. Don't worry.
So I hold on to the, really? Yeah. This is great.
You have to move that arm.
Okay,
Push on the cable that way.
okay.
And turn sideways. There you go. You got it.
Whoa.
There you go.
Okay.
One more.
Oh boy.
There.
Oh, the zip line's so much better. Oh God, walking the tightrope, even though it's only small. So it's real challenging stuff, John.
It can be, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Challenging, rewarding. I think a lot of people feel very empowered and accomplished by the time that they finished.
Relieved, maybe?
Yeah, relieved sometimes. You never know. It depends on the person.
I must say, it's quite exhilarating.
It's
you do feel a certain sense of accomplishment now.
Yeah, after you get through everything.
Yeah. You know, I'm thinking this would be a great place to come for a first date, John.
It is.
You know?
You can find out for sure if it's going to work out or not.
I think you'd be pretty sure at the end.
Yeah, you're like, either we hate each other or this could be a good thing.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Okay.
Just sit.
Yay. Woo! Wow. Look at you. Jeepers creepers. Oh my God. You never told me about that part.
I know, I like to surprise everybody with that one. That's.
You're strong.
If we didn't know each other before, we do now.
A lot of muscle action there. Well done, John.
Thank you.
Just still that tiny little bit, just to test you, in case. Yay!
You're like back on solid ground.
Okay, good man.
This way.
Well done, John. That was great. Fantastic.
Good job.
Really enjoyable. Actually, it's challenging, but yeah, a little bit of really kind of gets all the senses.
Was it
going.
more challenging than you thought it would be?
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah,
maybe?
and the zip line is really cool.
But you feel good about it.
Yeah, I feel great, and I felt safe. So
Good.
yeah,
That's perfect. That's
good
what
man.
we want. Thank you.
Cheers. Great first date.
Having worked up a hunger and thirst, it was off to industry, which treasures vintage quality and delicious food against a backdrop of industrial elegance with a modern twist.
Steve, how are you?
Super duper. Welcome to industry.
Well, what a special place. So I've heard that you are a collector of old things, so that's why I'm feeling very at home here.
Well, thank you. Yes, it begins with a passion. I'd say almost an obsession of things gone by.
Yeah.
And to bring them back to life and repurpose them, again, it's a testament of things of the past where they were, people really worked with passion and they lasted. And
then you're a farmer as well.
yes, we have
so
a farm
to
nearby.
fork.
So we have a farm that's about 10 minutes in Lafayette, New Jersey, that we partner up with.
And then you work with local producers for the food here.
We
as
do,
well.
and there's still a lot of old-time farmers that can share their experiences and their stories. So again, it's putting your heart into something, and I think the end result is what you see and what you taste.
Lovely to meet you, and I'm
nice
really
to meet
looking
you.
forward to trying out your food here. I've heard great things.
Super. Welcome to Sussex County, and we appreciate you coming by.
Good man. Thanks so much.
Okay.
Industry offers vibrant and flavourful food, sourced from passionate farmers and creative chefs.
Wow, that is incredible. Best meatball I've ever had. The meat, the flavors, the sauce. This place is incredible. Here's the industry.
Next, Federal Twist, a family affair with 3 generations managing the vineyard, wine tours and a great restaurant.
Jessica.
Hi, nice to meet you.
You too. How are you?
Good,
How are you
thank
doing?
you.
Tell us a little bit. How many kind of wineries are there here, and what kind of an industry do you have?
Within the state, there's over 60 vineyards, and everybody grows different varietals. We have here on our farm, we have the Vidal Blanc, Chambourcin, Treminette, and Blaufränque.
You have a lovely name here, Federal Twist. Where does the name come from?
So the name is the name of the road that the vineyard is on, and back in the day when the troops used to go up the hill to look up and down the river, it's a very steep hill, and so they had to make twists so the horses could stop and rest.
Amazing. Now you have a fantastic restaurant here as well. People can come and have lovely lunches.
Yes.
You have a very cool place here. People come to get married, of course. Also, you have a fabulous Airbnb that you do here. I should self-catering, should I say. You can come and you can stay here as well.
You can stay here, you can have a guided tasting through the vines, and we have live music every Saturday and Sunday, and then we're very family friendly.
Well, I have to say, chatting to you now, Jessica, has been lovely, but it's thirsty work.
Would you like to have a tasting of some wine?
Go on, so sure. Twist my arm.
We have our rosé, which we make with our Chambourcin grape.
Chambourcin, Vidal, these are kind of grapes I wouldn't be that familiar with. I mean, you wouldn't probably export a lot into Europe anyway. It's a lot domestic, isn't it? Consumption.
Yes.
I wouldn't part with these either if I were you. Very good.
Thank you.
gorgeous again.
Thank you.
And again, that's really, there's a dryness to it, but you don't, you like dry wines, do you?
We do. As a family, we definitely prefer dry wines, but we have some more fruit-forward, sweeter wines.
Well, there's a lovely sort of underlying sweetness that is absolutely gorgeous. Now that is definitely a nice little glass of that sitting here on a lovely sunny evening like this is perfect. But listen, thanks a million. I really think this is a great concept you have here. So when people come again, we're saying Saturdays, Sundays, you do?
You could have lunch, you can have dinner. We have live music every Saturday and Sunday, so bring the family and enjoy the afternoon.
Brilliant. Well, listen, cheers. Here's to Federal Twist.
Ah, thank you. Cheers.
Wines with the twist.
Yes.
It was off to central New Jersey to visit the spectacular Hindu temple at Robbinsville. Only recently opened, it took over 9 years to construct, and it truly is an architectural marvel.
Yogesh.
Hi Ed, how are you doing?
Amazing, what a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you for coming here today, we appreciate it.
I mean, it is absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, what an amazing place.
All this was built according to the Hindu ancient scriptures. So the same ancient principles that they used in building the temples of thousands of years ago were the same exact principles. So it's not necessarily a replica, it's an actual architectural marvel using the scriptures, using those same methods in building what you see in front of us today. Hindus do come here to offer their prayers and worship. Any person of any background, of any religion could come here and feel inspired.
Free to enter and you
Absolutely.
can just spend as much time as you like.
A lot of these concepts that are now being practiced in the Western world, whether it's yoga, pranayam, all those things are based out of the Hindu scriptures, right? Because the idea being, if you could quiet your mind and not be so disturbed or razzled, if you will,
yes,
it helps you to, focus on what's important in life. This place is known as BAPS Swaminarayan Akshardham. The word Akshardham translates to the abode of God. And so a lot of times when we think, okay, when I pass away, I'll go to heaven where God resides. And so that's what Akshardham means. But this also represents that God has brought heaven down to earth. You could attain the happiness, the peace of mind that heaven offers right here in this lifetime if you live a life that's about selfless service, about helping others, about volunteering, and living by these universal messages that are expressed throughout the Hindu scriptures and through other world religions.
It's a truly a place of peaceful tranquility. I love it. And here in New Jersey, I mean, I know I said that to you already.
No, absolutely,
I mean,
yeah.
Who knew? What a state, the Garden State.
The Garden State, right?
Full of surprises.
That everyone could come here, find something that inspires them to be a little bit better, whether it's to their friends, to their family, to their children, or to society as a whole. And so that is why, we built the Akshardham in New Jersey. There's these very impactful statements, whether through Indian scriptures or through luminaries of our lifetime. But it's not just Hindus. Martin Luther King Jr., Abraham Lincoln. There's a plaque of Einstein that talks about something about the necessity of religion and spirituality even in our day-to-day life.
Incredible.
And so the idea in Hinduism is let good thoughts come from all directions. It's not secluded to only if this person wrote it or that person said it. And so the reason this is called the wisdom plinth is because if our foundation is strong based on good moral values that anyone can imbibe in their life, then you could build a positive life, that one that could take you hopefully to the heavens.
Great philosophy. It has been a pleasure.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Ed.
you
Really
so much.
appreciate you
Thank
coming
you.
here.
This special place welcomes everyone, and there's no admission fee. Next, one of the jewels of New Jersey, Princeton, an Ivy League college boasting Nobel Prize winners, epic movie settings, and a history dating back over 200 years. Not just a tourist destination, but a place of real community.
Hey Ed.
Mimi, how are you?
I'm so good. It's great to meet you.
Me too. I've always wanted to go to Princeton.
Well,
and here
don't
I
we
am.
all? Don't
I
we
passed
all?
my exams finally.
All right, I'm going to tell you how to get there. How's that?
Brilliant.
1756, you would have ridden up here, Ed, in your carriage. You would have been like, oh my God, this is the biggest building in the United States. Well, we weren't even the United States at the time.
Of course, it's beautiful.
Biggest building
Yeah,
in the colony.
Amazing.
Pretty amazing.
Wow, the history is incredible here in this whole area.
And it's so well preserved.
Yeah.
That's the best
Kind of
part.
like Harry Potter, isn't it? You expect House of Slytherin, you expect someone to come flying along.
I promise there are certain parts of campus where you really do believe
Beautiful.
that. tons of movies have been filmed here. You know, Beautiful Mind.
Of course, I can see it.
Transformers 2, Admission. Believe it or not, Sin of a Woman, a lot of people don't know that one. Yeah, it's kind of fun. But Oppenheimer's our big one right now. You can see right here, this is where they were filming right here.
Wow, there's Killian, yeah.
Yeah, there he is, there's your guy.
Amazing, right there.
Right, so nice.
Incredible.
All of them, so nice.
Yeah, great. Of course, Cork people are lovely. All Cork people are lovely.
Y'all are kind of
You know, Mimi.
You are the best.
You'll experience that when you go there. Very humble, nice people.
So Nassau Hall starts as the original building. Then this is just proof that the classrooms are going to expand. Beautiful stonework, beautiful craftsmanship here. They're going to need additional classrooms and a bigger chapel. Next place we're going to, though, is Princeton Chapel. Okay, so all the Ivy schools were started to impress the king, right? So they were all theological schools. And the king wanted theological schools because he was in competition with the Pope. And so they wanted to build a chapel on campus that would inspire the boys to want to attend religious services. And that's how you get the famous Princeton University Chapel. Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Largest collection of stained glass of its kind in the Western Hemisphere.
Wow, the largest collection.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, Mimi.
Is this crazy?
Oh, this is something else.
In America,
wow,
you just don't get a lot of it.
No.
And here's the best part. They still do religious services here. Every type of religious belief. So you can come here,
for all,
you can practice your faith.
All denominations.
Absolutely. They also have incredible performances. It's the singing groups.
I can imagine Christmas here.
Oh.
It must be serious
like you
Harry
read
Potter
my mind.
stuff.
I mean, it's really unbelievable.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, it lends itself to that.
Yes, gorgeous,
Gothic
gorgeous.
spires. What a beautiful cathedral.
Isn't it gorgeous? So in 1783, the Continental Congress met here for several months, and inside that building is where they received the Treaty of Paris. And simply put, just meant the rest of the world agreed we were a free nation. That's the first capital, OL, holds the legislative body of the newly appointed United States.
Amazing.
Makes the town the first capitale, AL, first city.
Wow.
Right? And luckily, the guy running it was staying in a White House. So you have it, Princeton's the first capital, and first White House.
Wow.
I know. It's a great little town,
Fabulous.
Isn't she beautiful?
So much came from here.
I know. I love it. Everything good came from Princeton, Clio and Whig halls. So you would think of these like early fraternities or early political parties, if you will.
Yeah.
That these debate halls were the beginnings of what's now the Republican and Democratic parties of American politics. So I get the sense you're a big Harry Potter fan.
Yeah, I do.
wanted to
I love
be sure-
escaping and fantasy and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be sure you didn't miss this. It makes you not necessarily want to be smarter. Once you want to work harder, then you get lost in that alumni list and what they've done for the world, and that's the whole goal.
Yeah, but it does. I mean, almost like a process of osmosis.
Yeah.
You can feel the intelligence seeping into you when you're here. You know, it's almost like you can't avoid it, which is amazing.
For you and me, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah,
For the students, I think they've already got it.
But this is like the real deal. It really is, like, it totally impresses.
It's the real deal, and she's so small and compact.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Princeton, it's like Mayberry and Gilmore Girls had a baby.
Escaping Hitler's death threats during World War II, Albert Einstein took refuge here in America and made his home in the leafy suburbs of Princeton, where he lived out his days. Ellis Island was the gateway for many Irish. 8 million immigrants passed through its doors between 1855 and 1890. The first arrival was a girl from Cork named Annie Moore, immortalised in sculptures here and outside Cove's Heritage Centre.
Ed, welcome to Ellis Island. We're standing here in the registry room. From 1892 until 1954, you've got 12 million people from all over the world coming to America for that American dream, that promise that America held for them. Those Irish stories, the Irish diaspora represented in this museum. In fact, the very first immigrant that was processed at Ellis Island in January of 1892 was a young Irish lady who was traveling with her 2 younger brothers. Her name was Annie Moore.
Oh, yes.
She was listed as being a teenager, and back then teenagers were considered a little bit more adult and grown up than we would think now. A lot of what happened here about Ellis Island is about segregation. the only people present on Ellis Island were steerage class. So if you're traveling economy class, like 70 or 80% of the rest of folks on that ship, you would be put on a ferry, brought back across the harbor from where your boat docked, and you would be brought into this room to be inspected. And then after that, you would go down the stairs of separation. Folks who were going to the hospital were on one side, folks who were being detained were on another. The folks who were meeting somebody here would be at the bottom of the stairs at a place called the Kissing Post, for the reasons that everybody was hugging and kissing. They haven't seen each other in a long time.
It was a completely different world, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and immigrants were needed, and there was so much to do into building America.
Right, and the Ellis Island story, and really the American story when it comes to immigration, is about these two different arguments, this push and pull of this debate. Immigrants are needed. We're a growing country. We've got a lot of space. We've got a lot of factories to fill. We need healthy, young workers. But on the other side, and every group that came over in big waves, whether you were Irish or Italian or Russian or from a Jewish background, they would all face this other tendency of these people are bringing over different customs, perhaps different religions. They're speaking languages we don't understand, and we really want to control who's going in because we want to control what America looks like. After World War I, when immigration pretty much stopped because all the ports were closed, and it changed the way that this building was used.
I get you.
Instead of being an on-site inspection station, you would have to have a visa, you'd have to have your passport, just like you do now, be pre-approved at the embassy or the consulate back where you were coming from. In our museum, the foundation runs the American Family Immigration History Center. Anybody can come in or use our website at statueofliberty.org, and you can look through these arrival records and see the names and the information collected about all of these folks that were trying to experience the American dream. And it's very similar, I believe, to the Epic Museum that's in Dublin, that's the immigration, the outward bound museum.
Yes.
So in a way, we're sort of like two faces of the same coin.
Yes, absolutely. Everybody, when they come here to New Jersey, they should definitely come. It's fascinating, and I'm looking forward to spending a few hours here. As an Irish person, I suppose it's so poignant. Thanks so much. So what a gorgeous place to finish my trip this week here at the waterfront in Jersey City, on the banks of the Hudson River, overlooking the dusky Manhattan skyline. If you want to do a really good week and you want to enjoy something different, come here to New Jersey and you won't be disappointed.